the Aces will be fine. Their chances at a three-peat did not diminish because Candace Parker is no longer going to be playing on the team. They will be fine.
What do you guys think the Aces are going to need to do when it comes to replacing Candace Parker? I mean, you can't replace a Hall of Famer like that, but filling in the gaps to kind of make sure the post area outside of A'ja Wilson is going to be strong, not just offensively, but also defensively, Terrika.
So I know this is going to sound crazy the way that I'm going to say it, but allow me to explain for 2 seconds. The Aces were fine before Candace. The Aces will be fine without Candace. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is simply Candace had already come to a championship team. Now, she ain't a Kevin Durant. She wasn't chasing a title. She clearly explained why she was where she was. It was closer to family. It gave her an opportunity to not necessarily be in the spotlight. She could be a player that could just really lend her leadership and her veteran presence and less being needed to carry the team and to be the championship player that people wanted her to be or that she had to be in Chicago and in LA. So this is A'ja's team. Always was A'ja's team. Will always be A'ja's team as long as A'ja Wilson is in an Aces uniform. So the Aces will be fine. I know they picked up Liz Kitley in a draft. She's more than likely going to sit a year because she's battling back from an ACL injury. The Aces will be fine. Their chances at a three-peat did not diminish because Candace Parker is no longer going to be playing on the team. They will be fine. So I don't feel like there is any drop-off whatsoever. They didn't have Candace in the postseason because she was injured. Right. And what did it mean? What did it matter? They had people to step up and to play position. I mean, my God, Kia Stokes was like, yo, I got this. I'm good. I'm straight. So the Aces will be fine.
I agree. And I'll venture to say they'll be better. And this is why, to Terrika's point, they had a passing of a baton that a lot of teams don't get. So again, you get that leadership component. You get someone like Candace Parker who's able to, lead at A'ja Wilson and some of these young bucks and get them to understand what it takes to be a champion. And then the other end, like Terrika mentioned, she with injuries come inconsistencies when it comes to being on the basketball court. So a lot of people had to step up anyway. So now you have this core of players that are even mentally tougher. They're stronger. They understand their level of value. They'll probably be more consistent. A'ja Wilson's only going to get better and better. Her leadership skills are going to be through the roof. And again, when you lose a player like Candace Parker, there's something about it, I would imagine, even with the core that are there that says, yo, we really got something to prove. And yo, we're grateful that she was here. Let's honor her. Let's have a three-peat to honor everything that she gave this organization. So I'm actually really excited for the Aces. I think Candace Parker left them in good stead. I am totally not concerned whatsoever. And I really do see them winning a three-peat. I think it's matter of fact, it's beyond possible in my opinion.
I also, to add to your point really quick, Chris, I love that the Aces have said, we know that Candace spent more years with other teams than she did here, but we still honor her and put her in one of the Aces is great. No matter how far back in the pipeline of that franchise history you go, they are still placing her as an alum of that organization, which they are. She's a championship player of that organization. And I love the respect. Everybody doesn't get that respect and everybody don't deserve it, but Candace Parker absolutely does.
Yeah.
Talk about it. Talk about it all day long. We know what we're also going to talk about is how great the WNBA, or how great of a position the WNBA is in right now when it comes to this influx of new talent with Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, Rakia Jackson, Kim Brink, list goes on and on. And of course, CBA deals about to come up. So there's very important discussions to be had. I feel like we're headed in the right direction. Right, Sharí?
I couldn't be more excited. And that's really all I'm going to say. I think, in the past, I've had complaints, to be honest with you, about the WNBA. I feel like there was a lot of talent that had to be shipped overseas simply because roster spots just weren't available. And it is a prevailing issue, but I do think with the level of ability that this new rookie class has and how they're going to be able to have cohesion with who's already there. I'm probably most excited about this WNBA season since arguably the Houston Comets back in the day. I mean, that's how much I'm looking forward to it. And I don't, and people might argue, well, you played the game. What do you mean not looking forward? I mean, like an excitement, like I can't wait. I haven't felt like that in a very long time when it comes to the WNBA. You know, you watch it because you're a former player and you've coached high school kids. You're a basketball player. So you want to be engrossed in the game in some way. But that excitement, yeah, I haven't felt that in a long time. So I feel really good about it. And, seeing different updates. I know Caitlin Clark is having an incredible training camp, and looking at some of the things that Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso are doing on their end. This is going to be not just a special year, but we're talking about a special span of time that we're ushering into a new level and a new season just in general when it comes to the WNBA specifically. And that has been something that I think a lot of us who love this game on the women's side have been waiting for. So I could not be more excited. I have no apprehension about, and I think it's going to be more competitive too. You'll have teams that are going to do well, like the Aces, as we just mentioned. But I think there are going to be some teams that are going to kind of come into the fold that even other people may not have been expecting to really be where they are. And so the competitiveness of the league is also something that I'm really, really excited about. It's going to be a really great time.